Alrighty. So, for this week, I decided to watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Now, the reason why I chose this was because for the longest time, a lot of my friends have convinced me that it's like the funniest comedy show ever and I should totally give it a try and all this stuff. I've basically only heard good things about it, and I've seen a lot of like pictures and like clips of it on Twitter and stuff like that. But I've just never really been interested in watching it because I don't like binge watching comedy shows because I tried that with The Office and a couple other ones, Parks and Recreation, stuff like that. But I always get tired of the humor and of the writing and stuff like that after like a handful of episodes, and then I just leave the series for good. So that's why I don't really like watching comedy series that often. But for the sake of this assignment, I decided to give it a chance, and I like it. I watched the first season, and it's quite an interesting comedy show. So like the whole premise is that these characters, these four characters that own a bar, they're essentially like the most unlikable human beings ever. Yet you kind of feel yourself like drawn to them, and you always want to know like what happens next, and you want to laugh at them. You sometimes you want to root them on and all that stuff, and it's very perplexing like how they do it, just like the way it's written, the way every character makes their decisions, and it's very unique. I've never seen a show that makes so many unlikable characters on purpose, but you end up liking them in a weird way. It's interesting. So I like it in that sense, just because it's like so unique and not like anything I've ever seen before. But I kind of started after of watching the first season. I kind of started getting into my old groove of like, okay, well, I know what the humor is like. I know what to expect and all this stuff. So the writing started getting kind of old after a while. Like the way season one ends is like the last two or three episodes is literally just like them like talking over one another, arguing, and that's just like kind of like the running jokes throughout the entire episode, and it just kind of gets boring after a while. So that was kind of a bummer because I was really enjoying it up until that point. I started watching a little bit of season two a couple nights ago, and it kind of changes up the pace a little bit. Like it's not just the same like I guess same jokes over and over, like them arguing over each other and stuff like that. And they introduce a new actor, Dane DeVito, and he's always fun to watch on screen. But yeah, I mean overall I like this. I like the series. It might be something that I just have to watch like every now and then, just like really like kind of space out the episodes because you do kind of like get used to the humor after a while, or at least I do. I don't know. Other people can watch it for hours, and that's good for them. But I just have this. That's just kind of a personal thing for me. I just have this thing where I watch too much of a certain comedy show, and I just get sick of it. But yeah, Always Sunny. I mean, it's fun. I would definitely recommend like watching with friends. I just kind of like watched it by myself just for the sake of like taking notes and on it and stuff like that. But yeah, I am. I think it's good. I like it. So overall, I like it. Yeah. So yeah.